is now being recorded. Okay, can you see my screen? Hello? Can you all hear me and see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, let's continue. We'll finish this exam. Now calculate the percentage change in heart rate from the maximum heart rate reached during the race until the heart rate recorded at 18 minutes. Give your answer to 3 significant figures. Again, this is an important question that a lot of you, they know how to do, but a lot of you don't. So we want the percentage change. The percentage change, the moment you see the word percentage change, then understand that the answer can be positive or negative. From the maximum heart rate reached during the race. So the maximum heart rate will be the, what's this called? Reached during the race until the heart rate recorded at 18 minutes. So the maximum heart rate is the starting. And the heart rate reached at 18 minutes is the final. Let's go to the graph. What is the maximum heart rate? Now this is easy. The maximum heart rate is how much? Maximum heart rate. Stay with me. Hello? Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay, so the maximum heart rate, which is the final, it will be 180 beats per minute. From the, what did they say? During the race until the heart rate reached at 18 minutes. I have to go to 18 minutes, 15. Now this is 15 to 20, this is 5. And the 5 is distributed over 10 boxes. So every small box will be how much? What do? I will divide 10 by, no, I will divide 10 divided by 5. No, this is a value of 5. So the 5 divided by 10 boxes, 5 divided by 10 boxes. So every small box has a value of 0.5. So every 2 box is 1. They said when the time was 18. So this is 16. This is 17. This is 18. You will go up until this point, and then you will move horizontally until this point. Now, what is the value here? 80 to 100 is a value of 20. 20 divided over 5 boxes. So 20 divided by 20 divided by 5 is 4. So every small box on the y-axis is 4. So this is 1, 2, 3. 4 times 3, that is 12, plus 80, this is 92. This value is 92. So this question, they are testing you how you can obtain values from the graph. Do you understand what I did? Calculate the percentage change in the heart rate from the maximum heart rate reached during the race until the heart rate recorded at 18 minutes. You all know the formula. You all know that the final value will be minus from the starting value over the starting value times 100. You all know that. But a lot of you don't know how to extract the final value and the starting value. You get confused. Read the question carefully. Calculate the percentage change in the heart rate from the maximum heart rate. From the maximum heart rate. So when they say from the maximum heart rate is the starting or the final? From.
Starting.
Starting. So the maximum heart rate is the starting. During the race until, so this will be the final. The heart rate reached at 18 minutes. So I will go to the graph and get this information. I want the maximum heart rate and I want the heart rate at 18 minutes. I'll go to my graph. The maximum heart rate is here and it's easy. So the final value is 180. Now, what is the heart rate at 18 minutes? The graph is not very easy. It's not clear. Like every box is not 1 mark. You will go to the graph and you will find that you need to get 18 here. Look at this because this causes a lot of trouble. From 15 to 20, this is a value of 5. And I have 10 small boxes. So I want to know the value of every box. So what do? 5 divided by 10. Every small box will be 0.5. So I want 18. Every 2 boxes is 1. 15, this is 16. This is 17. This is 18. Are you all with me? I'll go to 18. This is 18. I'll move upwards until the graph stops me. and then I'll move horizontally. I'll have this value. I want to know this value exactly because I want to know the heart rate at 18 minutes. From 80 to 100, this is a value of 20. And this value of 20 is divided over 5 boxes. So every small box is a value of 4. So this is 84. And then 84 plus 4 is what? 84 plus 4 is 88. And then 84 plus another 4, this is 92. So the starting value will be, we said the starting
180?
value is 180 and the final value is 92. Yes. What did we say? Maximum heart rate is starting. So the 180 is starting and the final value is 92. So what do? We will use our equation now. 92 minus 180 divided by 180 times 100. Let's calculate that. This will be a negative value because I am recovering. So the heart rate was high and then it will reduce. 92 minus 180. 92, you will have a calculator, of course, minus 180 minus 88 divided by 180 times 100. I will get a value exactly minus 48.8. I will round it off because they want 3 significant figures, minus 48.9. And you will write the negative sign. Now let's go look at the mark scheme in case we are inventing. What was this? Is the minus exactly. Okay, now I want you to see where the marks are going. Marking point 1 for correct readings from the graph of 180 and 92. So you have to know how to read the graph. Marking point 2 for correct answer calculated as a negative value to any number of significant figures. So marking point 3, correct rounding to 3 significant figures. So it is out of 3 marks. The first mark to get the correct numbers from the graph. The second mark for the correct calculation. And the third mark for the correct answer and rounding. Here, you all get a 2 out of 3 in this question because you give me the formula correctly, but you don't write the numbers in the formula correctly. Okay, explain why the heart rate must increase during exercise. 3 marks. Now, this is an easy question. Give me an answer. I'm too tired. Tell me. Why is the heart rate increasing during exercise?
To increase the
Someone give me an answer.
respiration and aerobic respiration rate in the muscles.
Okay, that's it. You will write this sentence and go home.
Give the formula of aerobic respiration.
Okay, you will give the formula for aerobic respiration. What are the raw materials needed for aerobic respiration?
Sugar and oxygen.
Correct. And who will supply this sugar and this oxygen?
Oxygen from breathing and stored sugars.
My dear, the heart rate is increasing. The heart rate is increasing means the heart is pumping more blood. Pump, pump, pump. This means I have more blood flow. Yes? Why is the heart rate increasing? Because this means that there will be more blood. More blood. And why do we need more blood? Because this more blood will provide the raw materials needed in aerobic respiration, like you said. So you said aerobic respiration, correct. And you wrote the equation, perfect. Now, who will supply the raw materials? The blood. The blood will carry the glucose needed in respiration, and it will carry the oxygen for aerobic respiration so that they combine together and give me carbon dioxide and water and energy. And this energy is needed for what? While I'm exercising, it's needed for what?
Movement and pumping the heart. And the heart.
No, it's needed for the muscle contraction. Aren't you exercising? It's needed for muscle contraction. And now this answer is not enough also. The blood is providing glucose and oxygen for aerobic respiration. Very good. What is it removing away? It is also taking things away. Don't forget that. You're driving me crazy. What is produced as a waste product and it has to be taken away? What is this? Did I lose connection? Girls, Selma, you were answering, yes? Where did you go? Hello? Are you with me?
Yes.
Where did you go? We did not finish the question. We said the blood will provide glucose and oxygen. And what does the blood remove?
Carbon dioxide and waste
Yes.
products.
Yes. And another, I want two other waste products. What
Urea,
else is removed?
lactic
You're
acid,
close. Lactic acid, thank you so much. And excess heat. How many times did we say that? And it is in your notes, I'm 100% sure, in the table and in the notes and in year 9. When you are talking about exercise and there is an increase in the heart rate will pump faster, faster, so that I will provide more blood. This blood will provide something and remove something away. I'm going to provide the glucose and the oxygen for aerobic respiration so that I make energy, so that the muscles contract. And what do I take away? Waste products, carbon dioxide, and lactic acid and excess heat so that it goes to the surface of your skin and it radiates out so that your body temperature remains constant. You drive me crazy. Seriously, you drive me crazy. Where is that? Here. Your exam is in 2 weeks. You need to study well so that you don't forget the details. I know that you know this information, but you forget it. I keep on telling you, biology is easily forgotten and you forget it because it's a lot. I know it's a lot. I'm not denying that it's not a lot. Where is the table? Is it year 9 or year 10? Here. It's here. Effect of exercise on heart rate. It is inverted. Yes, it's landscape. To prevent blocked effect of exercise here. To repay the oxygen debt, to provide oxygen and glucose, and to remove, can you see that? It's the first column. To remove excess carbon dioxide, to remove lactic acid, to remove excess heat, and to provide oxygen, to provide glucose for muscle contraction. Muscle contraction is in bold and it is in red. So this first column, during exercise, why does the heart rate increase? Now, if you don't believe that all this needs to be written, look at the mark scheme. Where is the mark scheme? The mark scheme is here. Where is it? It's gone. So, to increase blood flow to the muscles, to provide oxygen, to provide glucose. So, oxygen for aerobic respiration, glucose for respiration, to provide energy for contraction, And this is not enough. Look at this. To remove excess carbon dioxide, to remove excess lactic acid, to remove excess heat. Exactly what you have in your notes. Exactly. Your heat or body temperature cannot rise because your body temperature has to remain constant. Okay? So you always provide incomplete answers. That is why you lose lots of marks. Urea is a waste product. Describe how urea is formed. This is a direct question. How is urea formed? What will you discuss here?
deamination,
Thank you. Now, what is deamination?
The removal of the nitrogen containing part from the amino acid.
Correct. Removal. Very good. You will take the full mark here. The removal of the nitrogen containing part from the excess amino acids. Can you tell me where does this take place?
liver,
In the liver.
Correct. I beg you, please write all the information. After you finish the question, after you finish writing your answers, squeeze your mind and ask yourself, what else do I know? Write it. You will not lose anything. Okay, write it, please. State the component of the blood that will transport the urea. What will carry the urea? Which part of the blood? The solid part or the liquid part? The red blood cells or the plasma? Come on.
Plasma.
Plasma. Okay. Easy question. Why is urea, why should it be excreted?
Because it's toxic.
Correct. It's toxic. State just one word. State the name of the blood vessel that carries blood away from the kidney. Away, not towards
Renal
the
vein.
kidney. Correct. Renal vein. Now, figure 4.1 shows the drawing of a nephron in the human kidney and associated blood vessels. Now, you should know all this. What is K? Tell me, what is K? What is K? What is K? In the nephron. It starts with a G. I will not continue. Someone tell me what is K. Omar, what is K? Selma, what is K?
I still didn't study this part, miss. I forgot.
You're breaking my heart. It's the glomerulus. And L is the proximal tubule. And M, these are the capillaries. This is the loop of Henle. And N is the collecting duct. No. I'm very upset. Describe how the structures labeled in figure 4.1 produce urine. Do you remember how urine is made?
Yes.
Oh, tell me, please. I forgot.
The blood passes into the glomerulus, and then it's being
Okay.
filtered by the Bowman's capsule. It
You
gets
need to
filtered,
say
so the
that the
only
glomerulus, one minute. At the glomerulus, the blood is under high or low pressure?
very high pressure.
Correct. This is the glomerulus under high pressure. And then because of this high pressure, what will happen?
Diffusion is going to happen.
What did you say?
Diffusion of
No
I
diffusion at all. Filtration is going to happen. Because of the high pressure, the small soluble molecules will be forced out of the glomerulus into the surrounding what?
Bowman's capsule.
Yes, into the surrounding Bowman's capsule, making the filtrate. So the glomerulus here is under high pressure. It's a capillary and it has pores. We have many pores. This high pressure will force the small soluble molecules out, the water, the urea, the amino acids, the glucose, and they will make the filtrate. And then this is the first step that is finished, ultrafiltration. And then what happens at L in the remaining part of the nephron?
Absorbing of fats, glucose.
We don't talk about fats at all. We will reabsorb what we need. All the glucose, we will absorb the needed water, we will absorb the needed salts. Is the urea reabsorbed?
No.
No, it's not reabsorbed. And anything in excess that we don't need will not be reabsorbed, and it will go down the collecting duct and into the ureter, into the bladder to make the what? Urine. Anything will be reabsorbed by M, the capillaries. So you have to relate. Study this part, please. Urea can be used as a fertilizer as it is the source of nitrogen. Explain the importance of nitrate ions to plants.
It's important in growth.
Yes, to make what? Nitrate ions make what?
Proteins.
Yes. A farmer applied fertilizer to a field next to a lake. Suggest 2 precautions the farmer should take when applying fertilizer to reduce the risk of the eutrophication occurring in the lake. Suggest. So this is a little bit critically thinking. He is adding fertilizer, but he wants to be careful because he does not want to cause eutrophication. So what does he do? Does he apply lots of fertilizer or little fertilizer, only what is needed?
Little fertilizer.
What else? Give me another precaution. Anything that crosses your mind. Does he add fertilizer when there are plants or there are no plants?
When there are plants.
Of course, so that the roots will absorb the fertilizer. If there are no plants, this fertilizer will leach out because it is very soluble and go to the river. So only when there are roots or plants to absorb this fertilizer, he can build a wall. He can be careful, only small amount of fertilizer. Describe the role of the progesterone in pregnancy. 3 marks. Give me 3 functions of progesterone.
Maintains the lining of the uterus.
Correct. I want another function.
Stops the production of LSA,
Stops production
of LH.
yes, of the follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. So when it stops follicle stimulating hormone, this will prevent what?
The development of another egg or follicle.
Correct. And when it stops luteinizing hormone, it will prevent.
Ovulation.
Correct. I want you to think of a third function because it's 3 marks. What happens when the progesterone levels drops?
Menstruation happens.
Exactly. So the role of the progesterone is that it will prevent menstruation. It will prevent breakdown of the what?
Endometrium.
Yeah, very good. It will maintain pregnancy. Good, excellent. Okay. Now this is the figure 5.1. It shows the drawing of a section through of a human placenta. The arrows show the direction of blood flow. So this is the placenta, the meeting point between the blood of the mother and the blood of the child. Substances move across the placenta by diffusion. State the name of substances that move from the mother to the baby. What are 2 useful substances?
Oxygen and glucose.
Very easy question. Using the information in figure 5, in other words, look at the picture, suggests how the placenta is adapted for efficient diffusion.
High blood supply.
Correct. Now this high blood supply, what does it do?
Allows the exchange of materials between the mother and the baby.
Correct. And also they said that the exchange of materials happen by diffusion. So high blood supply will maintain, you said for the exchange of materials, it will take the waste products away and will provide the oxygen and the nutrients. And always high blood supply is right term, it maintains what? Remember, maintains a concentration gradient, because when you have the placenta and surrounded by blood vessels, the blood vessels will take the waste products away. So I will have high concentration of waste products in the baby and low concentration of waste products in the blood, so that it will keep on diffusing out. Diffusion is faster when there is a great difference between the concentration gradient. Remember this, Salma?
Yes.
Okay, so high supply of blood capillaries is important for the exchange of materials, like you said, and to maintain a concentration gradient for faster diffusion. Faster diffusion. What else? Look at the picture. What else? Look at it. Give me another reason it is adapted for the exchange of. It is what? What's this?
Umbilical cord.
Okay, I'm not talking about a specific structure. Look at the design of the placenta. These capillaries, they are what?
It's coiled.
Very good. It's coiled. And this will increase its
Surface area.
correct. Now you already know the characteristics of capillaries. All the characteristics of the capillaries. They are thick or thin.
They're thin.
Of course, they are only one cell thick. And why is this important?
To allow the exchange of materials.
Good for faster diffusion or slower diffusion.
For faster diffusion.
Correct, for a shorter diffusion distance. So by looking at the picture, you see it is coiled, and this any coiling or folding increases surface area. We have lots of blood supply. This is very obvious, to maintain a concentration gradient and to quickly provide the oxygen and the glucose and take away the waste products. And we will maintain a concentration gradient. And capillaries in general, you can write all the characteristics of capillaries, that they are porous, that they are one cell thick, they're very thin, shorter diffusion distance. There are a lot of things to write here. Okay, inheritance. The rhesus or Rh factor is a protein that is found on the surface of red blood cells and cells. If the protein is present, then the individual is Rh positive. The allele for the presence of this factor is dominant, and it is represented by a capital D. And the recessive allele is represented by a small d. If a mother is Rh negative and the fetus is Rh positive, there can be problems during pregnancy. An Rh negative mother and a heterozygous positive father, they have a child. Complete the Punnett square and determine the probability of the child being Rh positive. Now, what are the mother's gametes if she is negative?
Recessive, homologous recessive.
Yes, so it is D and D. And this will be here, D and D. And what is the father's gametes if he is heterozygous?
Capital D, small d.
Yes. This child, I'll do it quickly so we finish. What is the probability that the child will be Rh positive?
50%.
Yes, thank you. Now, this is hopefully the last question. This figure shows the percentage of land covered by forest in a country from 1660 till 2000. This is ecology. Using the information, state which 10-year period had the highest increase in the percentage of land covered by forest. So you look at the graph. Which part shows the steepest increase in the percentage of land covered by forest?
The steepest line?
Yes, the steepest part, a 10-year period. Where? In which period? Here or here or here?
$19.50.
Yes, in the 1950s. Outline how human activities could cause the change in the percentage of land covered by forest from 1660 to 18,000. Let's look at 1660. 1660 is somewhere here. To 18,000 is somewhere here. There is a decrease. So what human activities can cause a decrease? Give me 3 activities.
Building factories and homes, deforestation.
Correct. Deforestation. I want to build homes. I want to build schools, factories. Very good. What else can I do to decrease the number of trees?
Forest fires.
Yes, you are correct. This is global warming. What you're saying is global warming. You mean forest fires natural or done by humans?
No, natural, due to high heats because of global warming.
Yes, but they said human activities. So, combustion. That will lead to global warming. It will kill plants. Give me a last reason. Think of something. You will get the 3 marks, by the way. You will get the 3 marks because each one of them is 1. And global warming, combustion, we are causing pollution in general, extraction of fossil fuels, any bad activities that will decrease plants. Okay, now it is estimated that 40% of plant species are at a risk of extinction. Seed banks can store seeds from many species for a long time. Table 6.1 shows some information about one plant species that is stored in a seed bank. This is the mass of one seed. This is the percentage of oil. This is the percentage of protein. Using the data shown, Calculate the mass of protein in one seed. Can you think of how will you do that? This is the total mass of one seed. And the percentage of protein is 11%. So 11 out of 100% is protein. And this is the total mass. 1.96 is the total mass. So the mass of protein is unknown. So let's say the mass of protein is P over the total mass 1.96. How will you get P?
Cross multiply.
Correct. 11 times 1.96 multiply and then divided by 100. Okay. Suggest why many plants can easily be conserved using seed banks. Suggest why is it easy to store plants? Very easy question.
Seeds can be easily extracted from plants.
Okay, give me another reason. Also, you can say easy to obtain seeds. And why are they easily stored? Because what about their size, their weight? They're easy, they're cheap. What?
They have a small size.
Yes, they're very small, easy to store. They're easy to maintain. I just can put them in a drawer. They are dormant. They don't grow except when you give them water. Describe why conservation projects such as seed banks are important. Now, this is ecology. Why is conserving anything that is close to extinction important?
To maintain the balance of ecosystems and to increase the variation.
What did you say? You said to maintain variation. Here, it's written here. Reasons for conservation programs: maintaining or increasing biodiversity, reducing extinction, to keep so that I do not damage food chains. This is the part that you have to write. You just need to memorize it. To protect vulnerable ecosystems, to protect any future rare plants, so that you protect your gene pool. If I will use it in medicine. Okay, so these 6 points here. Reasons for any conservation program. This exam doesn't finish. State the name of a chemical element that is found in all proteins but not in carbohydrates. This is easy. Salma, where did you go?